They smashed through my gate at sunrise thinking they were raiding my ranch. But they had no idea the sheriff of this entire county is my own blood. I was feeding my horses when the ground started shaking under my boots. Engines growled in the distance. Heavy tires tore across the gravel like something was hunting its way toward me. I turned and saw 3 dark vehicles sliding to a stop at the entrance of my ranch. No sirens. No real markings, just men jumping out as if they were storming a battlefield. Their uniforms did not match. Their badges were cheap metal copies, and their vests said HOA Enforcement Division in the kind of print you get from a home printer. But the way they spread across my land made one thing clear. They were pretending to be law, pretending to be power, pretending to be the type of men you do not question. One walked straight up to me shouting orders. Another pointed toward my barn like he owned it. They shoved a fake warrant in my hand, crooked text, wrong spelling, a signature that looked like a child scribbled it, and underneath it the title HOA Marshal. They said my fencing was illegal, my buildings unauthorized, my entire ranch under investigation. They moved like they wanted to storm everything I owned. I watched them, I listened to them, and then I dropped the one sentence that made every single one of them freeze. Before you step one more inch, you should know my cousin is the sheriff of this county. Silence hit the ranch, heavy and cold. Then right on time another engine rolled up behind them. This one was not pretending. This one was real, patrol trucks, real uniforms, real badges that carry authority all the way to the county line. My cousin stepped out, calm, steady, not a single hint of fear. He looked at the fake officers like he already knew the ending of this story. And in a quiet voice, he asked them a single question. Which one of you thinks pretending to be law enforcement is a smart idea in my county? Their faces drained. Their boots stopped moving. Their voices disappeared. Every drop of fake confidence melted. Deputies stepped out behind him and surrounded the entire scene. They checked badges, checked uniforms, checked the so-called warrant. Everything was fake, every bit of it. They had been bullying people for months, pretending they had power, pretending they had authority, pretending they had the right to raid anyone they wanted, but they picked the wrong ranch, the wrong land, and the wrong family. Deputies cuffed them one by one. Their vehicles were searched. Their fake command sheets taken as evidence. The man who called himself the marshal tried to talk, but his voice shook with every word. My cousin looked at me and said one calm line. If they want to play share, if we can give them the real experience, starting with a jail cell as the fake officers were taken away, they finally understood the truth. You can pretend to be powerful, you can pretend to be in charge, but the moment you step onto the land of someone who has real law in the family, your pretending ends fast. And these men learned that lesson the hard way.